A beautiful, quiet green farm tucked way out in the country, far from the noise of any busy roads. You got birds singing every morning, a fresh breeze moving through the trees. It sounds pretty idyllic, doesn't it? Well, for one incredibly strong, deeply loyal horse living there, his reality was very different from those peaceful surroundings. We aren't just talking about light farm chores here. Every single day, before the sun even cracked the horizon, his grueling labor began. He was pulling incredibly heavy carts. He worked the fields tirelessly, following every single order given to him without question. As the hours dragged on under this hot, baking sun, sweat would just roll off him. His back ached, his feet hurt, and his legs would literally shake from the physical pain. Yet, through all of that extreme exhaustion, he never stopped. He never complained. Keep that stark contrast in mind, okay? That serene, quiet farm versus the exhausting, painful reality of this loyal horse. Because it really sets the stage for a simple choice he made one evening.
So, one night, he walks slowly into his stable, breathing hard, just completely spent. He plops down on the soft hay, closes his heavy eyes, hoping for just a tiny bit of peace, and he whispers to himself, "Maybe tomorrow I will ask for one small rest. Just one easy day. I need it." It's an innocent, totally harmless wish from an exhausted worker. Not a demand, not some big rebellion. Just a quiet hope for one easy day to recover.
The horse thought he was alone in there, but a little sound interrupted his rest, and a curious cat wanders into the stable. Now, our source material notes something super critical about this cat. She loved gossip way more than she loved milk. She softly asks the horse why he's looking so down. The horse, trusting the cat and figuring she's a friend, just told her his honest desire. In this gentle voice, he confided that he'd been working so hard and that maybe tomorrow he'd ask the master for just a little rest. He spoke his truth. But unfortunately, he spoke it to the absolute worst possible listener.
Let's actually track this timeline step by step, because it is wild to see exactly how this original message mutated into the ultimate worst-case scenario of the telephone game. The cat walks out and instantly changes the story. Within one single minute, she whispers to the cow that the horse wants to stop working. Notice that shift from asking for a rest to stopping work. Huge difference. An hour later, the cow gets worried and tells the goat that the horse is planning to leave the farm entirely. 3 hours in, the goat runs to the sheep, escalating it to a full-blown emotional state. The horse is angry. He says the master is cruel. 5 hours later, the sheep tells the rabbit the horse will escape tomorrow morning. And finally, 8 hours after that innocent whisper in the stable, the rabbit rushes to the master's servant shouting, "Sir, the horse wants to run away. He says he will go to another farm tomorrow." The rumor spread like wildfire, getting bigger and way more dangerous every single time it changed hands. When you compare where this started to where it ended up, it's just a horrifying distortion. In barely 8 hours, a gentle truth, just a guy asking for a nap, was completely erased. And it was replaced by this totally fabricated narrative of betrayal and escape, born 100% out of idle gossip.
So fear had totally taken over the servant's mind by the time he ran to the master. The master hears this crazy story that his incredibly loyal horse was going to betray him and run away. But did he verify it? Did he ask the horse? Did he check the facts at all or trace the rumor back to its source? No, he didn't ask, and he didn't check.
Let's break down how critical thinking just completely failed in this moment. First, the master was instantly slammed with emotion, right? He was shocked, he was angry, and he was absolutely terrified of betrayal. Second, because of that massive emotional flood, he bypassed logic entirely. He swallowed the rumor whole without asking a single basic verifying question. And third, with worry completely clouding his judgment, he made a terrible, completely irreversible choice. Fear and unchecked assumptions literally short-circuited his ability to reason. And the outcome of that failure in logic, well, it's just heartbreaking. Late at night, in the pitch-black stable, the horse was sleeping peacefully. He was trusting everyone, fearing absolutely no one,
just dreaming of that one easy day of rest. The master walked in quietly. He looked at his loyal horse with doubt in his eyes, and without saying a word or asking a single question, he gave the horse a deadly injection. By morning, the entire farm was silent. No sound, just an empty space where the strong horse used to stand. The other animals cried, but the truth came out way too late. The horse never wanted to escape. He never ever planned to run.
Let's step out of the fable for a second and bring this right back into our reality. Because this isn't just a sad story about some animals on a farm. It is a profound wake-up call about unchecked information. Innocent statements can, and actually do, snowball into destructive rumors in our own lives, and especially in our workplaces. Every single time a message passes through a third party, it degrades rapidly. Context is lost, and let's face it, drama gets added. This highlights the absolute necessity of verifying information at the actual source. If you're hearing something alarming, you've got to check the facts before reacting. Because, as we saw with the master, making a reactionary, highly emotional decision based on hearsay can cause irreversible damage. We really have to critically examine our own participation in these telephone games that are happening all around us, every day.
I want to conclude with this one really powerful thought. One tiny thought twisted by many mouths, and an innocent life was lost. The next time you hear a juicy rumor or you find yourself tempted to pass along a piece of information that you haven't actually verified yourself, I want you to remember the loyal horse. Just stop and ask yourself, do you truly think before you speak? Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. I'll catch you in the next one.